Good afternoon. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, cast. Welcome, audience. Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for joining us for our second live performance of A Midsummer Night's Drink, presented by Pick Your Poison Productions. My name is Sarah Dernesk. I am the director of tonight's performance and also cast swing and co-producer of this performance. My fellow co-producer is Ariel Demont, who you will get introduced to in just a moment, because it is my pleasure to introduce this absolutely wonderful cast to you. But first, a little bit about us. Pick Your Poison Productions is a, so far, online performance company that initiated last spring as a bunch of us, well, all of us are performers, and many of those in this company were in our first show because we were performers without a stage. So like so many artisans did, we went online with our first production, which was The Importance of Being or Drinking in Earnest. And yeah, we just recently passed our 1-year mark. So it's been a year of making shows. This is our 5th production, and should the world begin to actually blossom and open again, we hope at some point to move into live production off screen. But anyway, that's just hopes for the future. For tonight, for this afternoon, because we're day drinking today, for this afternoon, we're delighted to have you join us for this Shakespeare's most iconic and beloved comedy, Midsummer Night's Dream. And we wanted to take just a moment to thank all of you, not only for being present and watching, but especially thanks to anyone who chose to purchase a sponsorship ticket. All proceeds for this show, as with all of our shows, will be divided equally among the company. So your support supports a whole lot of artists, and I'm pretty sure this is our largest cast yet. So that support gets spread around to a lot of people, and we cannot say thank you enough for that. So at any rate, without even more ado from me, on to the cast. Joining us tonight, we have as Oberon and Theseus, the just absolutely delightful Tyson Hamilton, presenting Queen Titania and Hippolyta, the effervescent Dani Carr. As our most delightful and mischievous Puck and PHILOSTRATE, we've got Shawn, Adiletta, the earnest Helena, played by Barbara Burns, the determined Demetrius by Chase Byrd, the stalwart lover, Lysander, we've got played by Dani Burke, and her beloved Hermia is Ariel as I said, our co-producer. The delightful and ever so charming bottom is James Freer. The harassed, but equally delightful in his own way, QUINCE and EGEUS is being played by Nathan Patterson, who's keeping us global by performing with us from Ireland. Then we've got as the absolutely, how to describe flute? Effervescent and grandiose flute and moth. We've got Emma Kingsvine. Mustard seed and snout, the determined wall of our production, is Daniele Kogan. Starveling, cobweb, and the most gracious moonshine you'll ever see, played by Leah Griff. Last but certainly not least, Snug, Peaseblossom, and you shall see he is a lion among men, Calvin Bryan, who's also our narrator for this evening. For anyone who hasn't been with one of our productions before, a little technical explanation that I almost skipped last night. Unlike a lot of other Zoom theater productions, we shall not be sending our cast off screen when they are not performing. What they shall do is they shall darken their screens, as I shall attempt to demonstrate. So when a performer goes slightly darker, as is harder to do in the daylight, when they go dimmer, that does mean that they are off stage, and when they are brighter, they are on stage. And we've chosen to keep them on screen at all times in order to in some ways represent yourselves, our audience. Because this is not a normal performance, no, it's a drinking show. So whenever keywords get said, and we will have an explanation of when and why, we shall all drink along with you. Or do a workout, or snack, as you will see that our performers have chosen. So let's get into that and have everybody say what they are doing this evening. I'm gonna go in the order on screen now. So Demetrius, what indulgence or punishment have you chosen today?
There we go. I'm drinking a Midsummer martini. Get into it.
Huzzah. Helena?
I'll be doing some squats.
Which you were doing last night. How you feeling?
Sore.
Lysander?
I have a little bit of fruity wine.
Ooh. You're drinking indeed. Hermia?
I am drinking a hot toddy, and I am alternating that with demolishing some strawberries.
Oh, all right. Two-fisting. I like it. Puck?
As continuation of last night, I'm finishing up my homemade juice cleanse, which I found out I have to chew. It's pretty gross.
Charming.
It's a punishment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a punishment, not an indulgence, but you're going to be the healthiest fairy there is. Theseus? Oberon?
I will be drinking my favorite drink, Coca-Cola.
Not sponsored.
He's sponsored.
Maybe. We could get you a sponsorship, maybe.
That'd be amazing, honestly.
All the Coke you could ever drink. Hippolyta, Titania?
I will be joining my king in caffeine heaven by drinking a Dr. Pepper. Also, Dr. Pepper, sponsor me, please. I talk about you all the time.
Every time we make a post about you, we get a plug in there for Dr. Pepper. So I think they should start sponsoring these shows. I don't know. Bottom?
I am actually switching things up. I am having a Sam Adams Beach Season IPA. And then once this is done, I will be going over to chocolate martinis.
Oh my goodness. You are having fun today. I love it. Starveling, Cobweb?
I've got a mustache mug filled with mystery liquid. It's wine, but
Okay.
could be.
I was going to ask if maybe you got a little of Puck's juice cleanse in there. A mystery indeed. Snug, Peas Blossom?
I will be telling you when to drink by doing a squat.
You're the best. Yes, our cue keeper, Snug Peas Blossom slash narrator. Snout, Mustard Seed, what are you doing today?
I'm destroying a second jar of Nutella because I love myself.
And your dentist loves you, I'm sure. Flute, Moth?
Have my gorgeous rainbow tumbler with the fancy straw, and I have a delicious spritzer with lemon and fresh muddled mint leaves.
Goodness, everybody's got great choices today. Making me thirsty. Aegeus, Quids?
Today it's Prosecco.
That is way too fun. Well, delightful. Audience, feel free to tell us in the comments what you're indulging in today as you keep up along with us. Let me check my notes to be sure I haven't left anything out. Oh, myself! I've got a little bit of a watermelon daiquiri, which is basically off-brand watermelon Crystal Light, not sponsored, mixed with rum. So, cheers. I am going to be the cast swing for today's performance. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop off screen so that you can enjoy the show as it was intended to be seen, as we will have a little cross-screen interaction. But please know I am drinking along with you, and should anybody encounter any technical difficulties, I shall swan back into the screen and hopefully cover any of those issues by swinging in for their role. Now, I shall disappear and turn it over. Oh no, I won't disappear. I'll stay on for the rules and then I'll disappear. But now I shall pass it over to Flute and Snug for a delivery of today's rules.
Hear ye, hear ye. Good evening, or afternoon as it may be, fays and ephemerals of all kinds.
Tonight's production is Shakespeare's most iconic comedy, A Midsummer Night's Drink.
It's a drinking game for you, the audience, and for we, the actors, alike.
Now, there are many ways you can choose to participate in this game. You might drink to the bottom of your glass, a workout like a lover in hot pursuit of their beloved, or feast like a fairy on the Q word, as we have each chosen an indulgence or punishment.
Now you may choose an indulgence of any kind. Drink deep of a heady beer, or a nice mixed cocktail, or some refreshing wine.
Or if you'd rather, perhaps sip a lovely vanilla Coke Zero. Hashtag not sponsored.
Now, if you're feeling peckish, you could perhaps snack your way through the show instead. Maybe crunch on some crisps or munch on some M&Ms. Just not on your friends, please, unless you've got written permission.
Also, choose a punishment rather than an indulgence if you're feeling a little masochistic.
You could do a push-up, a sit-up, a jumping jack, or a squat if you're feeling up to the challenge.
Whatever activity you choose, be it indulgence or punishment, please know we recommend moderation at every turn.
Yes, the game element should only add to your joy in this experience.
Should you reach your limit in safe participation, we hope you feel free to tap out, sit back, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Now, to make things easy for those of you participating, your cue words this afternoon are the title of the show: Drink for Summer, Night, and Dream.
Remember that take a drink is a placeholder for whichever indulgence or punishment you have selected.
Now, this cue is triggered over 80 times, 80 as in 80, over the course of our performance. So again, moderation is key.
However you decide to participate or not within the game, we sincerely hope you will enjoy our show.
And without further ado, get ready because it's your first cue. Pick Your Poison Productions presents A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Drink!
Thank you all so much for joining us. Please enjoy the show.
Our story begins in ancient Greece, Athens to be precise, in the palace of Theseus, a few days before the hero's wedding to the Amazonian queen HIPPOLYTA.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but whew, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Oh, PHILOSTRATE, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pertin, nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals, the pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, I won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Well, stand forth, Lysander. My gracious duke, this one hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Now, thou hast, by moonlight, at her window sung with feigning verse, voices of fading love. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is, due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so that she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and to one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In themselves they are, but in this kind, one your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you could endure the livery of a nun. Thrice blessed, they that master sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Lend, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Will you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! Yes, true. He hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall run to him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do instate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these bows can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll vouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I'd heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being so full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, EGEUS, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Oh, come, my HIPPOLYTA, what cheer, my love. Fine. Demetrius and EGEUS, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well but teem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear, by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross too high to be enthralled so low.
or else misgaffed in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged, too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of fate.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as it sounds, swift as a shadow, short as any dream. Brief as the lightning in the collied night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs. Wishes and tears. Oh, poor fancy followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house a remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only heir. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, still forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, and and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen when under sail the false Trojan was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broken, number more than ever woman spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly, will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown on him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
Oh, his folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Oh, take comfort then. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage on the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens gates have we devised a seal.
And in that wood where oft you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lover's food till morrow's deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, as you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he held on oath that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But hearing me nigh to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Later that day, in the home of average carpenter and aspiring playwright Peter Quince, he and his fellow tradesfolk gather to discuss their proposed performance for the wedding celebrations of Theseus and Hippolyta.
Is all our company here?
It were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Right, here is a scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on that, and then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh,
Nice.
Very good piece of work, I assure you, and Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, please. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready?
That's you, Nick.
Yep, and name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Convenience.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
Oh, a lover, Nick. A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Oh,
Very you.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. You know, I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and the shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus Carr shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. Yeah, that was lofty. Where I get it. Now, name the rest of the players. This Hercules, vain. A tyrant, vain. A lover is more condoling, Peter.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Ooh, and what is Thisbe? A wandering knight? Ha!
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Oh, nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. They earn only 2/3 as much.
That's all one, that's all one. You shall play it in a mask. You may speak as small as you will. It'll be fun.
Peter, and I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Look, watch me. A Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and
No, shut up, no, you must play Pyramus. And Flute, you, Thisbe. God.
Well, proceed.
Right, Robin Starveling, the tailor, please.
Here, Peter Quince.
Right, Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker, let's get this over
Here,
with.
Peter Quince.
Right, you, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Right, Snug the joiner, Snug. You, the lion's part. Hey! And I hope that this is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
No, you may do it still for it's nothing but roaring.
Oh, that's a terrible.
Peter,
Slow of study.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar, and that will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar, that will make the Duke say, let him roar again.
No.
Let him roar again.
No, you shall do you should do it so terribly that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek, and that, Nick, would enough to hang us all.
You know what it is? You're too good. You're too good. Like, it would hang us.
All right, I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, that they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you that 'twere any night in gale.
No, Nick, you can play no part but Pyramus, right? See, Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. He's a proper man, and as one shall see in a summer's day. A most proper, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, everyone agree with me, please. You must needs play
Absolutely.
Pyramus.
No one more qualified than you, my guy. He's like the best guy.
All right, I will undertake it. Well, what beard shall I do it in?
Oh my
I will
god.
flute any beard.
Well, I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard or your orange tawny beard. Or your purple and green beard. Or the French crown-colored beard. Or your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. And then you shall play bareface. But this, masters, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, to request you, and to desire you to come them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There we shall rehearse. For, if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices. Now, in the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play requires. I pray you, please, fail me not, yes?
Right.
Another script?
Yes, that's right. We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains! Be perfect! Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak.
Enough. We're trying to leave. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Quince, do you have another? I need to.
Shut up.
As darkness falls and the border between realms grow thinner, we find ourselves in the woods, just outside of Athens, at the edge of a Fey gathering.
How now, spirit, whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, the old bush, the old briar, over park, over pale, the old flood, the old fire. I do wander everywhere. Slipped within the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be. In their gold coat spots, you see, those be rubies. Fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thy lob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
Ooh, audience. The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from a distant king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child's knight of his train. Yummy. To trace the forests wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy, and now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them near.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometime make the drink to bear no barn, mislead night? Wanderers laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you and flea puck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Now speakest to right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal, and sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then I slip from her bum, down topples she, and tail cries, and falls into a cough, and the whole queer hold their lips, and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees, and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
Oh, and here my mistress. Ugh, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania?
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Ha! Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of corn sat all day, playing on pipes of corn, and versing love to amorous PHILOSTRATE. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress, and your warrior love, to THESEUS must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How can thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with HIPPOLYTA, knowing I know thy love for THESEUS? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aegle break his faith with Ariadne and Antiope?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer's spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. For the winds, piping to us in vain as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land in every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts, far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. This same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her, Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, in the spiced Indian air by night. Full often hath she gossiped by my side, sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders of the flood, and when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, would she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again, with from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Chance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back utter such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it would pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial vortitress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. But marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice upon it on a sleeping eyelid's laid would make a man or woman madly dote upon the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 30 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she then waking look upon, be it on lion or bear or wolf or bull or meddling monkey or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll have her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear this conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot, love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not the night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, the fields, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violets grow, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with the prickly one, the eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night. Lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in, and with the juice of this, I'll shriek her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. But due to the next thing he espies may be the lady, anoint his eyes. Thou shalt know the one by the Athenian garments he hath on, affected with some care that he may prove more fond of her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me here before the first cock crow.
You're not my lord, your servant shall do so.
Elsewhere, in another part of the woods, where the moss grows thick and soft, and flowers bloom in heavy abundance, Queen Titania and her retinue settle in for sleep.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers with the musk-rose buds, some war with mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots, and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never never harm, nor spell nor charm. Come our lovely lady nigh, so good night with lullaby. La la lullaby. Spiders come not here, hence long legs spinners hence. Beetles black approach not near. Nor snail do no offend. Mel with melody.
They know all is one. One's aloof stands sentinel.
Melody.
What thou wakest, when thou dost see, do it for thy true love's take. Love and language for his sake, be it on ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I have forgot our way.
What?
Well, rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out a bed for, here upon this bank, will I rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Oh, much beshrewd my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but but gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off, do not in human modesty. Such separation may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and maid. So far be distant a little more. And good night. Sweet friend, thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life ends.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I, and then end my life when I end loyal to her. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none. On whose eyes might I approve this flower's force and stirring wove? Night and silence. Yummy. Who is here? Weeds of Athens they doth weir. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid, and hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she doth not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep their seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, thou thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, thou darkling, leave me, do not so!
Stay on thy peril, I will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, whereso she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne? But who is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake?
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake, transparent Helena. Nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? How fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he loved your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you? Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young till now ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, Lysander, that I did never know, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near, for as sure as the surfeit of the sweetest thing, the deepest loathing to the summit brings. Or as tie heresies that men do lead, are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me and all my powers, address your love and might to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me. Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this calling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity. Oh, what a dream was here. Oh, Lysander, look how I quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart, and you sat smiling as his cruel prey. Lysander? What, removed? Lysander? Lord? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost for fear. No. Then I perceive you are not nigh. Either death, or you I will find immediate lie.
Despite the lovers' confusion and surrounding chaos, Queen Titania remains fast asleep in her blooming bower, while meanwhile, under a nearby tree, the mechanicals of Athens gather for rehearsal.
Well, are we all met?
Patton, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn break our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
Yes? What sayest thou, Woolly Bottom? Go ahead.
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Well, Buyer Larkin. A parlous fear.
I believe you must leave the killing out when all is done.
No, not a whit. Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver.
Brilliant.
This will put them out of their fear.
Okay. Well, we will have such a prologue. We will have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6. How about
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Okay. Right, 8 and 8 it is.
I don't know where it comes from.
Papa, will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you. Scary.
Master, you ought to consider with ourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies? It's a most dreadful thing. There is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lying living, and we ought to look to it.
Well, I mean, therefore, another prologue. Another prologue must tell he is not a lion. Is he
another prologue? Find another prologue.
No. You must name his name, and then half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to some effect, ladies, or
brilliant,
fair ladies. Or I would request you, or I would entreat you.
Entreat. Write that down.
Not to fear, not to tremble, my life for you.
Slow down! Tremble, my...
If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are.
Poetry.
There, indeed, let him name his name and tell him plainly that he is
Snug
the joiner.
Great.
Well, yes, then it shall be so. But listen, there are still 2 hot things. That is, bring the moonlight into the chamber. For as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight. I'm still thinking about it.
Well, the moon shined that night. Well, we play our play.
A calendar. A calendar! Look!
A calendar, okay.
I know!
All right. Yes, it doth shine that night. What a marvelously convenient.
Well, just leave the casement of the great window open where we play our play, and the moon may shine in through the casement, you idiot.
Aye, Nick, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Good idea, eh? Then,
brilliant.
Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
Well, you can never bring in a wall.
The back wall.
Problem.
What say you, Bottom? You have ideas?
Don't
Some
ask him.
man or other must present wall. Let him have some plaster or loam or some other rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him
Yes, and
hold his fingers thus.
thus?
Yes, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Oh, well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, okay, come, sit down. Every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Okay, Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and show everyone according to his cue.
My cue?
All things sorted.
I don't have a script. I don't know my cue.
It's just boring.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play toward! I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Big Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odious, savors sweet. Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe, dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou there but a while, and by and by I will appear.
I didn't hear a voice.
Oh, the stranger Pyramus ne'er played here.
Hello?
Flute! Must I speak now?
Oh, marry, you must! For you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're not supposed to.
Oh, most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colour like the red rose on triumphant briar, O brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely you. Oh. As true as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Venus is too, man. Oh, no, why, you must not speak that yet. You answer to Pyramus. Oh, God, you speak all your part at once, cues and all. No, Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
Oh, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We're haunted! Pray, masters! Fly, masters! Oh, God, help!
Where are you going?
I'll follow you. I'll about around through bog, through break, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A headless bear, sometime a fire. And bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? What's this knavery of them to make me afeared? Oh.
But thou art changed. What do I still need?
What do you see? You see an asset of your own, do you?
My God, bless thee, bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
Oh. Translate? I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, and they shall hear me that I am not afraid. The osslecock so black of hue, with orange and tawny beard. The thistle with the note so true, the wren with little queer.
The angel wakes me from my flowery bed.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many men doth mark, and dare not answer nay. Well, for who indeed would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cry, cuckoo, never so? Ah, ah.
Pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear's much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, lady, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more's the pity that some honest neighbors not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, no, not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve my own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. Summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
And I.
Die.
Where shall we go?
Where are we going?
Kind and courteous to this gentleman, hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes, feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees for night tapers. Crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesize.
Hail, mortal.
Ow!
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I shall desire you more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, good monsieur?
Peas blossom.
Oh, Peas Blossom, I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. Oh, good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire more acquaintance of you too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred had made mine eyes water ere now. Excuse me. I desire more acquaintance of you too, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
Okay.
And so here, dramatically, our curtain metaphorically descends, and we shall send you all into a brief intermission. But don't worry, we've got a little something for you. So refresh your drinks, pat off your sweat if you've been working out. We shall see you back here in about 5 minutes. Try again. Volume up. 20, and drunkards barely 20. There are those whose cups are empty, and there's some are overboard. Sit down and pick your poison, with whatever drink you've chosen. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. There are some that toast with whiskey, you'll find them baked and frisky. There's others yet more risky, knocking shots for every two. With beer or wine or coffee, drink it hot or nice or frosty. Keep your wits or getting saucy, just enjoy whatever you do. There are some that take enjoyment from endless act employment, while others choose employment doing sit-ups upon the floor. Or whatever you are craving, with our company and staging, we just hope to be engaging, so you'll always come back for more. From afar or at the table, wherever you are able to join in song or fable, let our joy be intertwined. But our heart is no pleasure, so let's drink and down our measure to the good friends that we treasure, for they always are on our mind. Oh, so the folks are plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are those whose cups are empty, and there's some are overboard. Let's sit down and pick your poison, with whatever drink you've chosen. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. Cheers!
Hi, I'm Cobweb. I'll be drinking wine, and I think bugs. Hello, it's Hermia here. I'm drinking a hot tea, and I am a little worried about Helena. The guys are going to be really, really smooth.
Hi, it's Helena, and I'm going to be doing squats. And I think that Demetrius is going to get the most messed up tonight.
Hey, I'm Demetrius. I'm drinking a Midsummer martini. LYSANDER.
I'm Lysander. Maybe the bottom's gonna get the
Hi, I'm Titania. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Very concerned about my very snout. She's going to be eating a lot of Nutella for this show, and I'm a little worried that she's going to get sick and vomit all over the ground, and I'm not eating up for it for her. So, cheers, sweetie.
Hello, I am Obert, king of the fairies. I will be drinking Coca-Cola, and I will use alternate out.
Hi, I'm Snuggle Junior, and my thighs really hurt because I have to squat every time someone says night or summer. But Flute's gonna get the drunkest. She keeps forgetting the Q word of drinking just in case.
Flute here, I'll let you know. But I think Bisbee's gonna get the most wasted. Wait, I played Bisbee.
On the wall, and I think Bottom is gonna get the drunkest today.
Hello, my name is Buck. I am doing a juice cleanse, and I think that Peter Quince is going to have the worst time.
Quince not particularly enjoying this opera. I suppose if I were to get used to get the most, as you said, it would be Buck.
Hello, this is Bottom, and I am drinking an old fashioned. And I think the person that's going to get most messed up is going to be Snout, because he's never had a drink before in his life. This is very empty.
Hi, so I'm the cast swing and the director, and I'm going to be drinking whatever I have left in my house, and I'm pretty sure that you, the audience, are going to get the drunkest and or messed up on this one, because we at least rehearse our drinking. Alrighty, well, welcome back, everyone, and I shall leave you in the fey and capable magical hands of this cast. Please enjoy the second half of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
We resume our story in the fantastical forest of Athens, a little ways off from Queen Titania's verdant grove.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on an extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love.
What?
Mm-hmm. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. So at his sight, away his fellows fled. I led them on this distracted fear and left sweet Pyramus translated dear when in that moment. So it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out much better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
Ah, I took them sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by their side, that when they waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not that the person.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I could use thee worse, for thou, I fear, has given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in their seat, being, oh, shoes in blood, oh, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true until the day as them to me. Would they have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe that as soon as this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's moontide with antipodes, it cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So would a murderer look, so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced to the heart by your stern cruel time.
Oh.
Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere, huh?
What is this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out. Dog, out. Carr, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain them then? Oh, henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake dost thou look upon them being awake, and hast thou killed them sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it with a doubler tongue than thine, thy serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor are they dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that they are well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege.
Yeah.
Never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether they be dead or no.
Why? There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now, in some slight measure, I will repay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Our rules that one man holding troth a million fail, compounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against you do appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye, sink in apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as glorious lie as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see, or what fools these mortals be?
And aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then two at once woo one that must needs be sport alone, and these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Let's see.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born in their nativity truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show those lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. That pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I'm sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a noble soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, there is thy dear.
Dark night! That from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the double recompense. Thou art not mine, I, Lysander, found. Oh, my ear, I thank it. It brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth prove to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
Ah, you speak not as you think. This cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days friendship, childhood innocence, and will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within their soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What, though I be not so in grace as you, so fortunate, so hung upon with love, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well chronicled, shall be carried. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
We do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee better than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Away, you stewed prune.
No. They'll seem to break off, take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this? Oh, sweet love.
My love? Out, rump-fed runion, out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, Susan, so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust thy word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
Oh, what? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Oh, wherefore? Oh, me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Or not you, Lysander? Am I as fair now as I was erewhile? Since night you loved me. Since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
By my life. And never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain. Nothing truer, 'tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You. Juggler. You. Canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Hi. That way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made some compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height. Forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. Oh, and are you grown so high in his esteem because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How low am I? Thou painted maypole, speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
I pray you not mock me, gentlemen! Let me hurt me! I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I this wood. I followed him, but he hath chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And so you will let me quiet go to Athens, till I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
Oh, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again, nothing but low and little. Why will you allow her to flout me thus? Oh, let me come to her!
Get gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not, grass maid, you bee, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt buy it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
Mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will no longer trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
I am amazed! Oh, I know not what to say!
This is thy negligence, still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the person by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far I am glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I do esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. Where's my drink? Here we go.
Yummy.
The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as a cairn, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, and leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night swift dragons cut clouds full face. Yummy. And yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all that have crossed ways in floods and burial already to their wormy beds have gone, for fearless days should look their shames upon. They willfully exile themselves from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we're spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turn into yellow gold his salt dream streams. But notwithstanding, Haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down. Up and down. I will lead them. Up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to planar ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak, in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Oh God, what do they sound like? Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st far wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, will try no manhood hair.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. That villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in a dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Card, why comest thou not?
Abide me, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt bide this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may bite back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three? Come one more, two of both kinds make up four. Here comes she, cursed and sad. Oh, Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary.
Mm.
Oh, never so in woe. Dabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl nor further go. Oh, my legs can keep no pace with my desires, and here will I rest me. Oh, till break of day. Oh, this looks comfy. Heavens, shield Lysander. Oh, if they mean a fray.
They don't deserve you. On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every person should take their own, and your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the person shall have their mare again, and all shall be well.
While the lovers drift deeper into their enchanted sleep, the queen, her unlikely consort, and the fairy court return to her floral throne.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready!
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Oh, yeah. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Eddie.
Monsieur Cobweb. Oh, good Monsieur. Get you your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the hill. At the top of the thistle. Oh, and good Monsieur. Bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Monsieur. And good Monsieur, have a care with the honey bag. Break not. Oh, I would be loath to have you flown with the honey bag, good Monsieur. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Yeah.
Oh, give me your neef, good Monsieur Mustard Seed. I pray you leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What's your will?
Oh, nothing but to help good Cavalier Cobweb to scratch. Yeah. I must to the barber's and
Ugh.
Oh, yes, Monsieur. And methinks me marvelously a hairy face. I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongue and bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desires to eat.
Truly. A peck of provender. Could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay. Hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an expedition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Although 'tis now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples and had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straightway she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awakening when the other do, may also Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents. But as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I will release the Fairy Queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, oh, music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music, come, my queen. Take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance. In Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy King, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Ah, then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night. That I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
As the sun slowly begins to rise, breaking through the enchanted darkness of the evening, horns sound in the distance, proclaiming the arrival of the royal hunting party. The baying of jogs joins the clamor to reveal it belongs to none other than that of the hero of Athens, Theseus, and his Amazonian queen, HIPPOLYTA, and bride-to-be. EGEUS joins their company, making a complete hunting retinue befitting that of the hero.
Go, one ear, find the forester, for now our observation is performed. And since we have the voward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, my fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Crook-kneed and dew-lapped like the Salian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollered to nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. But judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and is Helena. Oh, it made us Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here and grace our solemnity. But speak, EGEUS, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my
lord. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world, a hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here, but as I think, for truly what I speak is now do I think me so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough! Enough, my lord! You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of their purpose hither to the wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow is to me now, seems as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come I to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. EGEUS, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now, something worn, our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
Why does this always happen to me?
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see things with parted eyes when everything seems double.
So many things. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And HIPPOLYTA.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Where my cue count call me, my next one is Fair Pyramid. Hi-ho. Peter Quince. Flute the bellows mender. Snout the tinker. Starveling. Oh, God's my life. With stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had the most rare vision. I've had a dream. Oh, past the wit of men to say what dream it was. 1, 2. Man is but as an ass if he goes about to expound this dream. Methought I was there was no man that can tell what. Methought I wasn't. And methought I had a. But man is no patched fool if he will offer what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, nor the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hands is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will to Peter Quince to write down the ballad of this dream. And it shall be called Bottom's Dream. Huh? Nobody's here. But because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it after her death.
Later, in the house of the craftsman, Quince and a theatrical band, minus their asinine star, sit in dismay, wondering where their enchanted friend may be.
You sent to Bottom's house. Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
Oh, if he come not, then the play is marred. It goes forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
Oh.
Dressed.
No, do not tell him I said this, but, well, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Hey, the best person too, and he's the very paramour for a sweet boy.
Oh, no, you must say paragon, for a paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Right, okay, whatever.
Masters!
Buddy.
Just out with it.
The Duke!
What's the Duke?
Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 more lords and ladies married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Tell him it's a weekend.
No, sweet bully Bottom! Must hath he lost a 6pence a day during his life? He could not have escaped a 6pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus. Well, I'll be hanged. Oh, he would have deserved it. 6pence a day and Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
With Bottom wherever he is.
Hey,
are you kidding me?
Just most happy hour. Oh, dear God.
Masters. I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what. For if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. All right, I'll tell you everything.
That's okay.
Right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Yes.
No, not a word. All I'll tell you is that the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons in your pumps, and meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the short and long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion snug pare his nails, for they shall hang out like lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, starveling. For if we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt, but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy.
Yes.
All
got
right,
it.
no more words. Away. Go away.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Later still, a happy return to the palace of Theseus, where we find the heroes' halls filled with mirth, merriment, and marital bliss.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining in some fear how easy a bush is supposed to bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images engrossed to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call, PHILOSTRATE!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile a lazy time if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are right. Make choice which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told, my love, in glory of our kinsman Hercules. The ride of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That's an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That's some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That's hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
There is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I is known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
Oh no, my noble lord, It is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring him in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charged in duty and his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks of purpose greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practice accent in their fears, and, in conclusion, dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet. Out of this silence, yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most to my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you, but our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fella does not stand upon points.
Yet read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord, is it not enough to speak but to speak true?
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who's next?
Everybody in. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous Lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present war, that vile war which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content. And whisper, at the which let no man wonder, this one with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nina's tomb there to woo. Now this grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle did she fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain. Please clap.
I wonder if the lion beat his feet.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
same interlude, it doth befall that I once now by name present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, here Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly, this lumb, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall. The truth is so, and thus the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
But you desire lime and hair to speak better.
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim look night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night. Whichever art when day is not. Oh, night.
Next line.
Oh, night. Oh, night. Alack, 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 alack. And thou, wall, I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through mine eyne. Oh, thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield ye for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. No wicked wall, with whom I see no bliss. Curse thy cursed stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall methinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he hath not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She's to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder, here she comes.
Nick, shut up.
Thisbe.
Oh, wall. Full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me, my cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
Oh, I see a voice. Now I will to the chink to spy, and I hear my Thisbe's voice. Thisbe.
Oh, my love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace. And like Lysander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen to the fates me kill.
Oh, not shuffle us to Procrus was so true.
Oh, as Shafalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole in this vile wall.
Do not. We did not rehearse that. Ugh.
Oh, dear God, Nick. Dear God.
Oh, my love, I kiss the walls whole.
Yes.
Or lips at all.
Oh. Wilt thou meet me at Ninny's tomb straight away?
I tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Oh.
Thus have I, well, my part discharged so, and being done thus while away doth go. Ew, ew, ew.
They need a raise.
Now is the wall down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and a tremble here when lion in wildest rage doth roar. Know that I, one line.
It's your name!
Snug the joiner am. A lion fell, or else no lion's dam. For if I should as a lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life. Rawr!
A very gentle beast of a good conscience.
Very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
I still don't
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
Well, he should have worn the horns on his head, right?
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
Yeah.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man, and the moon do seem to be. And
Oh, this is the greatest error of all the rest. The man can be put into the lantern. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way. But yet in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
all I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, and that I, the man in the moon, and this thorn bush is my thorn bush, and this dog, woof, 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 is my dog!
What the fuck was that?
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. Oh, but silence. Here comes Thisbe.
Thank God.
Oh, Fury, my love. Well, this is old Ninny's tomb, but
This
where
is
is
so-
my love? Fury. Huh?
Rawr! Dude, it's me, Snug! I'm not alive! It's just Snug! It's just the joiner! Stop it!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
Then came Pyramus.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Oh, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take the truest Thisby's sight. But stay, oh, spite! But mark, poor knight. But dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? How could it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear. Thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furious fell. Oh, fates, come, come. Cut thy thread and thrum. Quail, crush, conclude, and other words.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
True my heart, but I pity the man.
No! Wherefore, nature, didst thou the lion's frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound. Oh, 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 swelled and wound. The pep of Pyramus, that left pep where heart doth hop. Oh, thus dies I. You. Oh. Thus. Oh. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Get out. Come, get out of. Now, die. Die. Die.
No die.
Die.
Oh.
Die. Die.
Is it?
I think it's safe now.
Okay. As I was saying, no die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He's nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
What chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by the starlight.
Uh.
Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a pure mess. I hope she will be brief.
A moat will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? For he, a man, God grant us. She for a woman. God bless us.
Spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Oh, and thus she means vita licet.
Just get on with it.
There you are, Pyramus. Oh. Piri. What? Asleep, my love? No. What? Dead, my dead. No, a dew must cover thy sweet eyes, and oh, these my lips, and these yellow cowslip cheeks, and oh, this my cherry nose. Oh, they're gone. Oh, God. Lovers, make moan. His eyes were as green as leeks, and oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk, and lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Oh, tongue, not a word. Well, then, come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My breast imbue. Oh, I don't want to. It's going to hurt.
Just get on with it.
Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Oh, it needs blood.
Oh.
Adieu.
Oh, thank God it's done.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
No. Sorry. I assure you, the wall is down that parts the fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue? Or to hear a burgomaster dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Mary, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly and very notably discharged. But come, your burgomask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fair time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much of this night has overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity. In nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordoon. Now the wasted brands do grow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night. Yummy. That The graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with a broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true and loving be. And the blot of nature's hand shall not in this issue stand. Never mole, hair lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. Bring, with this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Oh, it's the last drink of the show. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
You shall have them. Thank you all so much for joining us, whether you're watching for the live stream or the later stream. It has been our absolute joy to perform the show, not once for you, but twice. So thank you to everyone who came out for a little midsummer night in the day. Once again, I want to give my thanks to this wonderful cast who has worked so hard for months to put this show together. Once again, we had Oberon and THESEUS played by the marvelous Tyson Hamilton. TITANIA, HIPPOLYTA done by the just glorious Dani Carr. Puck and PHILOSTRATE by the sheer delight that is Shawn Adiletta. HELENA, stamina HELENA, the absolutely wonderful Barbara Burns. DEMETRIUS, the charming Byrd. Lysander, the lava, Dani Burke. Oh, sweet Hermia, played by Ariel, who's also our co-producer. Bottom, there's nothing I can say about what a delight it is to have you on another show, James Freer. QUINCE, EGEUS, our favorite international performer, Nathan Patterson. FLUTE and MOTH, another most delightful performer. Oh my gosh, I'm drunk. Emma Kingsvine. Cheers to you, causing me to stutter. Snout Mustard Seed, played by the delightful Danielle Kogan. My God, I have to stop drinking. Starveling Cobweb, Leia Griff, absolutely the most gracious moon there ever was. And last, certainly not least, Snug Peas Blossom, narrator, swanning in to introduce every scene. Thank you so much to Calvin Bryan. And thank you so much to all of you Thank you to all of our sponsors for the show and for last night's show. Thank you to all of you who watched, again, whether you're watching now with us or a later stream. We're so grateful to all of you.
And thank you, Sarah, for directing us amazingly.
You're awesome.
It is a joy and a pleasure to get to work with all of you and to make art in a very unusual time that has become incredibly usual for all of us. Yay, Zoom Theater, not sponsored. If you didn't sponsor before the show, but we have earned some little token of love from you, the link to our coffee where you can tip us is down below. I think you can technically still buy sponsorship tickets for this performance until about 6 o'clock tonight if you go over to our Eventbrite, or just share the show. Send the link out, let other people watch it. It is our joy to make art for all of you. So without further ado, we're going to conclude for the night and